Make a taped USB power tape block.
Just with the USB. So the first thing we need to do is undo the cable. Done, thrown to the side. Okay, so this is a buck converter. It converts from 5 volt to 3 volt, and it's 3 volt that we want to be using with the LEDs. Right on the floor. All right, so the first thing we want to do is strip these wires. Now, I don't have wire strippers, which is probably a good thing because it means that I can prove that it's possible just with a pair of scissors. It is easier, of course, with a set of wire strippers. So what you want to do is just cut the top. The aim is to cut the plastic without actually cutting the internals, the internal wire. So, which is a matter of patience. So there we have one done. So we have one. I know that's about just under 1 centimetre, I think. Okay, so again, what we're aiming to do is cut the plastic without cutting the wire, and then we give it a tug. Now, it is, of course, a lot easier if you just use wire strippers. I've got plenty of other videos using wire strippers. Okay, and there we go. 2 done. It's not quite as neat, so we'll just cut that away a little bit. Okay, so there we have 2 wires that are stripped. Clean the table because that's just messy. All right, then we're going to get our conductive tape. Now, this is a new roll of tape. This is the only time that I will ever have to separate it, because once I've separated it once, I will only ever cut the silver and never cut the white, because it is such a pain to restart. Okay, so here, this is the only time I will ever start that silver. Okay, and so we're going to make a normal power block. And to do that, 1, 2, 3. And then what we're going to do is leave it long like we normally do. And then put a second parallel strip of tape around. And I just release the white as I'm moving the tape. And the reason for that is it just stops it getting all twisted, etc. I make it look easy sometimes. I make it look hard. Okay, and then we're going to take these wires, pop them just underneath. Okay, now it's important that the wire section is actually underneath the tape, because that's our conductive bit. So only the end of the wire is conductive, that last centimetre that we stripped. The rest of it is not conductive because it's under plastic, which is insulated. And then there we have it. Okay, so there is our power block. Now, to prove that it works, put that way. So that USB just gets plugged into either a power bank or a it's either a power bank or a plug in the wall. Okay, we're going to make a LED to prove that it works. There are multiple ways that we can make blocks. I'm making them so that they're using a conductive sandwich. Now, the conductive sandwich is a little bit harder to make this way, but it does mean that the LED never gets pushed down into the foam, so it will work for years to come. If you make it just so that you put the wire directly onto the, or the LED directly onto the foam, sometimes it can get pushed down here. This way, it can never get pushed down because it's actually trapped between those 2 pieces of conductive tape. All right, so let's see how we go. I'm plugging in to this. There we go. And hopefully, ta-da!